Hello, Pisces Sun, Leo rising. It is time for your year ahead reading. This is going to be effective from March 2025 through February 2026. Let's start off with a little bit of astrology. With that Leo rising, this can be how other people perceive you or the shell that you show to the world. With that Leo rising, you may seem very confident, could even have a bold presence, very creative. With that Pisces Sun, maybe intuitively creative in a way, uncannily creative. You could even, if we follow the stereotype, have a great head of hair or have something that goes on with your hair. Maybe even people commenting on it, whether good or bad, probably admiring if it's curly or if it's long or whatever it is. Maybe you just get a lot of compliments about it. But you're mostly going to be known for your fiercely protective attitude or vibe when it comes to those that you love, those that you consider family, part of your pride. Now, with that Leo rising, that means your sun is most likely in the eighth house, which is the house of the occult, of death, of taxes, other people's money, exciting things, right? I think so. I have a lot of placements in the eighth house. With your sun there and being an intuitive, kind of sensitive sign, mutable water element, Pisces Sun right there, you may know how deeply intuitive you are, but you may struggle with sharing that or recognizing that about yourself. You could also be very interested in or enjoy taxes or estate planning. Estate planning for other people may even be something that you're interested in, or helping people transition from life to death or help their families. So dealing with hospice care in some way, maybe a death doula, a unique thing that other people may not understand, but it feels right to you. You implicitly trust your intuition. You may even not even recognize that about yourself right now, but you do. If somebody asks you, well, why did you decide to go that? Sometimes you may just say, it just felt right. It just felt right. So that's why I did it. All right, let's get into your cards. We're going to be laying out 12 cards, one for each month. As I'm talking about the cards, I just label them 1 through 12, but for you, card 1 is March 2025. I'll also be pulling a card from the back of the deck for an extra bonus card or reading, or it may be a theme of the year, whatever comes to mind when I look at it. So we have months 1 through 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And on the back of the deck, we have the Six of Cups. Connecting with other people, with people maybe even reminiscing, sharing memories with family or with younger people, trying to pass on traditions maybe that go with your family or start new ones, but based on that nostalgic kind of vibe. The Six of Cups, yeah, it's all about the feelings and how things make you feel and remembering those highlights of your life and sharing those and trying to pass those feelings on, or trying to think of ways that you can generate those types of feelings in those that are around you. That feeling of community, of love, of learning, gaining, experiencing things that are going to make long-term fond memories that you can reflect back on with a smile. This feels like a theme overall for you for this year. Something you'd like to accomplish, maybe start a new tradition, work on some sort of photography project, some creative project that involves bringing together maybe the different lines of your family in some creative way. Okay, now let's get into your individual cards. I will say sometimes one of the first things I want to do when looking at a full spread like this is check for how many major arcana cards we have. And that may be just because I saw 3 right off the bat or recognized them right away when I was pulling out your cards. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of them all together. That's quite a few. So this could be a significant year for you. A year where you're shifting your outlook on something, or where you will definitely notice a difference about yourself between the beginning of this year and the end of this year. This could also indicate significant progress or changes or shifts in certain areas of your life. So maybe career or home or family life in some way. Maybe you're planning to add on to your family this year. Or maybe you will be becoming an empty nester or a grandparent for the first time, or a mother or a father for the first time. But whatever it is, it feels like it's surrounding or having to do with what you consider family in some way and how it impacts them, or how you can better be yourself and be present there. Okay, we just got a lot of info coming through. Let's get into the individual cards. We're starting off here with the Devil. Major Arcana card. This card represents Capricorn. The Devil can be about temptation, being tempted to take the easy way, being tempted to skip something, to avoid something. It's a form of self-sabotage, of letting the fear win, of letting the ego get in the way of your success, because the ego likes when things stay the same, because it knows what to do with that. Ego tends to fear change. So there is a change going on, is what I'm feeling, is the undercurrents of this card. And you may be struggling to process, to handle this change. This could in part be to your Leo rising, which is a fixed sign, they like the things that they do. They like seeing the same hairdresser. They like seeing the same thing. They like the daily routine. Once they have something going on that they really like, then they would fixate on that. They don't like to change it, or it feels like an effort to change things up. Your Pisces Sun, on the other hand, is kind of go with the flow. Let things flow. But there is something here that blocks you, or that you tend to struggle with when it comes to making some sort of a change. And it takes effort for you to push yourself past that. I think this is a turning point for you. Once you talk yourself through it, feels like you need to talk yourself through this. Like hype yourself up as you're going through this and pushing past the self-sabotage, the desire to just let somebody else handle it. Don't let anybody else handle it. This is on you to do. You need to take ownership of this, of your actions in this. You need to be your own advocate here. So stand up to yourself for yourself. As weird as that sounds, that's sometimes how I feel. I need to stand up to myself for myself so that I can push forward, so that I can encourage movement in the right direction, so I can encourage change, so I can make changes, so I can grow. And I think that's the vibe I'm getting here from this card for you, is that recognition that, okay, I know I tend to freak out when this happens. I know I tend to just say no and just avoid it. I need to stop avoiding. I need to get this done. I need to get this taken care of so I don't have to deal with it again, so I can move past it. It is definitely a pain point and a growth point. So there may be that struggle, that back and forth struggle within you this month, until you just do it. Just take the risk, take the chance, and go for it. And then in month 2, we have the Ace of Swords, which opens up a whole new slew of ideas for you. New things to talk about. What is it that you want to do? There's going to be at least one burning thing that floats to the top of all the ideas in your head that you want to try, or you want to learn more about it. And this is the month you're going to dig in and learn more. You're going to look that up. You're going to watch the YouTube videos. You're going to talk to somebody about it. Whatever it is, it's going to be something that changes or is an intellectual type of pursuit more than anything else. So have fun with that. Play with it a little bit. It can be something serious, but it's exciting to you and you want to learn more. So go ahead and go for it. Check it out. Learning about something doesn't mean you have to do it, but it may inspire you to actually do it. So go for it. And then we have the Lovers card. Okay, that flashed me right back to this card on the back of the deck. So these two may be strongly related. The Lovers. This could be your romantic partner. It could be a friendship. It could even be a business partnership. Whatever this connection is that you have with this other person, and you'll know who it is, or maybe there's multiple connections here that you need to do this with in this month. You need to have the hard discussion. You need to have the difficult talk about what it is that each of you wants out of this relationship. And you may find out that you guys are on very different pages and not in the same place. And then you'll have a decision to make. Both of you will, on whether you want to continue this relationship or not. But you have to have this conversation first. You can't just arbitrarily decide, nope, that's it, I'm done. Or I'm going to hold on to this as best I can, whether this other person wants to stay or not. You can't do that to both of you, especially yourself, because you'll be shortchanging the whole relationship and it won't be a partnership anymore. So you need to talk and listen. Listening is the other key part here. Tell them how you're really feeling. Tell them what makes you uncomfortable about them or whatever it is that they do. Tell them what your aspirations are, or where you think this relationship is now and where you would like it to go. And then be open to whatever they have to say in return, to what their dreams are for this relationship, where they are right now. And try not to get angry if they criticize you for something. That's just their perspective on it, okay? You need to understand this. This could be a big sticking point and the reason that you guys are stuck in some sort of a loop here. You have to have this open, honest conversation between both of you. And then together you can make a decision about the next step. It's a tough conversation to have. It can be a very scary conversation to have. But it will be worthwhile in the long term to have it. Otherwise, you're going to be stuck in I want to say the rabbit wheel, but it's not the rabbit, right? The circle thing where they just go round and round and round and round and round, but they never go anywhere. That's where you'll be. Exhausted, tired, and in the same spot you were. And then in month 4, we have the Emperor. So this is definitely post-discussion, okay? Now you guys okay, not you guys, this is about you. The Emperor is you. It's definitely more masculine energy, and authoritative. He's the father of the tarot deck. And from a tarot perspective, or my perspective right now for you in this reading with this card, is that this is the protector. This wants to make sure that everybody knows what the boundaries are, that everybody's on the same page with the rules, the regulations, whatever it is. Everybody knows what they need to do here. They have a plan, and we're executing on the plan. The Emperor is represented by Aries too, which is that initiator, the pioneer of the tarot, of the zodiac. You're the one who's going to have to make the plan here. Once you have this conversation, you will know what you want to do, what you both need to do. And you guys will decide that together. But the other side may drag their feet about making this change, about doing things, about doing their part in some way. So you'll need to come up with some firm rules, a schedule, and keeping people on task and setting up some boundaries to get you guys either to divide resources if that's what you're doing, or to make sure that we execute on the things that we talked about so that we can both be on the same page and move forward from here. So this is where you're going to have to step up. If I haven't said that already, you're going to have to step up. Because for some reason, and you may be working, in some cases you may be lucky enough to have a partner that will help you come up with this plan, but you're also going to be the one, and maybe it's the boundaries for you to make sure that you are following your plan. So you may be the one you need to be firm with, going back to this card here too, in order to execute on whatever it is that you have decided. And in some cases, it may be to walk away, because the 8 of Cups is about walking away from the drama. This could also be walking away from the past. So if you've decided to stay together in some way, that means you are agreeing to leave any past betrayals, angers, fears, whatever it was in the past, so that you can move on together. But whatever it is, one way or another, you are moving on. You're not going to hold on to the grudges or anything like that. You're done with that. You want to look to the new future, to the new possibilities. You want a fresh start here, and that's what this is about. With the other person or without, this is you setting out on a fresh start from an emotional perspective and being open to whatever comes. This is quite an intense first 6 months for you. So then we have the Chariot, another major arcana card. What now, huh? The Chariot is about you need to pick the direction. Which way do you want to go? Which way do you want to go? Which way do you want to take this? You cannot let somebody else make this decision. You need to be included. You need to be confident about the choice that you are making here. The options in front of you both look good. I mean, they both have merit, but which one feels right? Which one truly feels right for you? Not thinking about anybody else. This is solely about you. Which one feels right to you? If you try to lean in with your body to one or the other, stand up, think about one option. Is your body kind of swaying forward and into it, or is it swaying backward and away from it? Is it attracted or repelled? That can help you make a decision too. But this has to be your decision. It has to be based solely on how you feel about things. And then once you make that decision and you verbalize it, things get into action quickly. Things start moving. That Chariot is off to the races. So be ready to act as soon as you make that decision, or be aware that you will need to act as soon as you make that decision. But it has to be yours. Because remember, you're enforcing and you are minding your own boundaries and rules that you guys set up. All right, and then back down here in month 7, we have the 7 of coins. So after all of that, now you're doing an assessment. The 7 of coins is about taking stock of where you are, what's working, what isn't working, what do you want to change, what do you want to get rid of, what do you want to add? All the questions. This could have to do with work, it could have to do with home, it could have to do with finances. Maybe if it's finances, you have plans now, you guys have agreed to take this relationship to the next level and buy a home together. So what does that involve with where you're at now, with where your finances are at now? What can you change in order to save up what you need to faster? Do you want to save up faster? What is the timeline for all of this? This isn't coming up with an alternate plan. This is evaluating and knowing, okay, I know I don't want to add that. I don't want to live in this neighborhood for sure. I would like to be as close to this place as possible if we can, or close to work. I want a condo. I don't want a house with a lawn, or vice versa. I want this, I want that. It's a little bit of wants and desires, needs and wants, but you're assessing compared to where you were or what you'd want and all that other stuff. So evaluation, talking through the possibilities here in month 7. In month 8, we have the Magus. Now the Magus is just letting you know, yo, you have the connections. You have the knowledge. You know what you want. You have the tools you need to get it or to make it happen. This is a yes card. This is a go for it card. This is let's take this chance. You are the magician. You can manifest this. So maybe you happen, if you do decide to move somewhere and you thought, well, if we could get a place here, that's great. And if you verbalize that and write it down and journal it, something at least 3 times here. In month 7, the following month, I think you'll need to do it again before you start the search if you're looking for property or whatever it is that you're searching for or that you want to do. Also, again, do something 3 times around that. That's in a positive thought, like, I see myself living in this beautiful Victorian home on the corner of this small town, only half an hour from shopping. I'm working in the little garden out back, etc. Like that. Place yourself in the place you want to be. And then you go out looking for it and look, it's right there, like exactly what you thought of. It's that kind of a vibe, or at least very, very close to it. It has almost everything you want and everything you dreamed of, everything you said verbally and maybe wrote down and put out there into the universe. You may find exactly what you're looking for here in month 8. And in month 9, we have the Queen of Wands. So, court cards are generally other people in our life, supportive people, people we work with, whatever. The Queen of Wands, definitely an authority figure, somebody who's viewed as a leader or somebody who's very confident and successful. Feminine energy, which leans to a little bit more of a nurturing, softer leadership style. And then she is very bold. It is a fire element, so it could be an Aries, a Sagittarius, or another Leo. Bold, they seem to be a risk taker. They don't seem to have any fear, appear to be anyway. They'll go for it, things in spite of their fear. When they're passionate about something, you can see that, and they are willing to show it. They're very expressive in that way. So this could be a friend of yours who is very encouraging for you. This may be a partner, whether it's a friend, a business, or romantic. But they have a lot of enthusiasm, a lot of passion, and a lot of drive. And they are there to help pick you up when you're feeling down. When your energy is low, their energy is high, and they're to rev you up and keep you moving forward, keep you focused on the goal. They're there to help you make sure you get things done. So they may be the ones that are, so let's go back to the looking for property type of thing. Maybe they're the ones who are driving you all over the place to help you figure out where you want to be, or going with you on the visits, the house walkthroughs, etc., and helping you look at things, pointing things out. If they think that you wanted to know things, maybe you gave them a checklist of things to help you keep focus. But they're there to help keep your energy. They're just there to help. They're like a big cheerleader, and they want to see you succeed in whatever your dream is here. So they're with you on this and can help. They're just with you on it. Very supportive energy. And then in month 10, we have the 8 of Wands. So still in that fire energy, which can be very active, but now it's the 8 of Wands, which means things are happening quickly, quickly, quickly. I wish this snapped as loud as this one. And you don't know why that doesn't happen? Anyway, quickly, things coming at you, having decisions to make. We could do this, we could do that. Maybe we're looking at 8 different places on one weekend, and it's just chaotic, and it feels like, I just need a break. Everybody just hold on a second. Maybe we can split things up a little bit. No, you need to act fast. Okay, just be ready to act quickly when you see something you like. This could also be something, if we stick with the whole real estate theme here, where the closing happens to come up much quicker than anticipated. Maybe the underwriter or whatever had an opening earlier because somebody else fell through. So they're like, well, we could move things up 2 months. You're like, okay, well, let's do that. Okay, well, we need this information. We need this information. Did you have that? Let's make sure this is in, and boom, 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 boom. And now all of a sudden, 2 months earlier than planned, you move into your dream property and start building new memories for your family, for you. And then we move on to the 7 of Swords. Now, this is a caution month. This is a month we want to be careful what we're saying, what we're sharing about our beliefs or thoughts or whatever. We're kind of, otherwise, people are going to misunderstand. There can be confusion. Somebody may think that they're getting away with something. You might think that you're getting away with something as far as communication or intellectual theft in some way, whether you're the victim or you're the perpetrator, or you feel like you're doing intellectual theft, but you may not actually be, because it's just easier for you to do and understand than somebody else. So there may be that feeling that you're getting away with something when really you're not. You're just good at what you do. The other perspective, though, is that somebody else is trying to take your ideas and claim them for theirs. Or maybe, if this is, again, sticking with that real estate theme, this is the seller coming back and saying, well, we didn't agree to this and you need to pay us more. Trying to get away with something when it comes to all the paperwork. So when you're all distracted and all this is going on here in month 10, have somebody, even if it's this person, whoever you can, look through everything before you sign the final papers to make sure everything is there. Trust your realtor. Maybe this is your realtor here in month 9. That is that very supportive person. Lean on them and say, look, I know it's crazy, but I had this reading and they said that the buyer could, or the seller could come back to say we missed something and ask for more money. So I just want to be very thorough with all of the paperwork and make sure we have everything covered and there are no gaps before we sign anything. That's a very strong thing. So this could even have to do with work, and maybe you're leaving one job, or maybe it has to do with a project, and they're being nitpicky about stuff. So you want to make sure you've crossed all your I's, crossed all your T's, and dotted all of your I's. See, you don't want to make mistakes like that. And make sure everything is in order so that you have ammunition. And when they come back and try to play some games here in month 11, you can say, nope. See, right here, paragraph 10, line C, whatever it is. This is what's actually going on. So be aware that there may be somebody trying to throw you off your game or get away with something of yours in some way here in month 11. And then in month 12, I like where this is ending. We have the 10 of Cups, which is the happy family card. This is indicating success. This is indicating a family sticking together, growing together, laughing, loving, being very supportive. You have this level of support, whether that's with your blood family, your maid family, whoever it is, you know that you can count on these people to help you through difficulties, to encourage you, to help you succeed. You are there for them as much as they are there for you. So this is a month where you're spending with family. Maybe they're helping you paint. Maybe they're helping you celebrate a promotion or something at work. Whatever it is, this is a very solid place to end your year. And that is what I have for you, Pisces Sun, Leo rising, for your year ahead. Please hit that like button. Please share this with others. Please comment below to let me know if this resonated with you or not. And please subscribe to help me grow my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you later.